you have created that life which you are living. But as an adult, we start to have to move towards, is this what I want? And if it's not what you want, I know that you probably can't change it overnight, but you need to start to turn the ship in a different direction. Welcome back to the Cabral Concept. Thanks so much for joining me here today on this brand new Mindset and Motivation Monday. Can't wait to start the week right with you. That is going over one more thing that we want to take with us, that we want to keep in the forefront of our minds as we move through another 7 days this week. This one I love. I've been thinking a lot about it lately, and it's simply about the principle of developing one daily discipline. I want to get a little bit more into this because sometimes it seems like, well, there's not any more that you could possibly add to your life. And then at other times you think, well, what's adding one small thing really going to do in terms of getting me towards my idea of success in any area of your life? So we've been talking a lot on these Mindset and Motivation Mondays, and we've been talking about the overall principles of first knowing what it is that you want. But sometimes it's so difficult to even let yourself imagine, to even let yourself have some fun, some creativity to say, what would I like to do with my life? Because the little voice inside doesn't even let you do that. It says, what's the point of doing that? You're only going to become discouraged. You're only going to let yourself down, all of those things. And I get it and I understand. So for a lot of people, we actually need to then start with not the thoughts, because I've shared with you before, and this is not my formula, and I want you to understand this, is that this has been talked about now for thousands upon thousands of years. So for as long as we know about recorded history, we know about how can we manifest, how can we bring things into our life. And for a lot of people, they don't like that word manifest. I totally get it. I understand. I'm a little bit more science-based in my thinking as well, but there is a scientific principle behind this, and I'm going to share it with you here today. But the first thing that we need to do typically to create something in our life is to first have the thought, right? And the thought has to be something like, oh, this is what I want, right? Like this is something that I want. I talk about this in IHP Mastery. We go through something called the 4 Ds. We go through the discovery phase with the client. We go through the dream phase. We go through the design phase, and then we go to the destiny phase. People should never start at the destiny phase. Like they're not ready for that yet if you're doing that type of coaching. So typically you're just starting with discovery. It's just a process of saying like, what is there even in life? Like what is not even a possibility for you yet, but like what are the possibilities in life that one is able to achieve? So you don't make it a part of yourself. And then eventually you start to move towards the dream stage, right? But we're not going to get there yet today. But you need to know concretely by a thought what it is that you want to achieve. Very few people have ever achieved anything in their life without first having the thought first. You might say, well, yeah, that seems kind of obvious. Okay. But the thought then conjures up some type of feeling. So for you, if it's something that you are negative about or you dismiss because you don't think that you could ever achieve that, all of a sudden these negative emotions start to bubble up from your subconscious. You don't even know where they're coming from. You say, you know what, I'd really like to become a health coach one day and switch from my job of sitting behind a desk doing, I don't know, accounting. I don't know whatever your job is that you might like. I just picked accounting because for me, looking at spreadsheets is a lot. But again, I have family members and I have amazing people on my team that are great at accounting, and that's what they love to do. It's just different things for different people, right? So it's what the thought conjures up. But you say to yourself, I can never make that happen. I would have to go back to school. I would have to spend all this money. I'm too old. I have a family. Like all these different things start to creep up. You're like, okay. And so you shut yourself down. Well, that's a negative feeling. So the problem is you go thought, feeling, and then action. And action is what over time brings that thought into your life. So believe it or not, you are taking an action by talking yourself out of becoming a certified health coach or something like that. What is the action? The action is inaction. The action is not getting started on your dream, right? And that came from the feeling, which was preceded by the thought. So trust me, you are always taking action or inaction in your life, and an inaction is an action. It is deciding not to do it. That is an action, right? So when we look at this, we have to understand is that sometimes the thought is just overwhelming for us. right? So what we would say to that individual is, understood, no problem, you're not alone. Like, that's the truth. You're not alone. We're all in that same situation. If I was to come up with some crazy idea that I thought was crazy, right? Could be totally normal. But it was something that I wanted, and I'd be like, yeah, but that's not for me, right? Like, other people can achieve that, but I can't, right? Then I would dismiss it. Even if I was like playing it off. I'd still be a little hurt inside, like, I wish I could have that too. Wish I could do that. Whether it's relationship-wise, a feeling of enlightenment and spirituality, whether it's body transformation, whether it's your health, whether it's a new career, whether it's finances, anything. It can be anything at all. Like, there is no one specific topic. Everything you have in your life, unless like as a child you were given it, right? Like, as an adult, you've created it, okay? Like, you have created that life which you are living. Now, the interesting thing is, yes, there's different things that play into that, but as an adult, we start to have to move towards, is this what I want? And if it's not what you want, I know that you probably can't change it overnight, but you need to start to turn the ship in a different direction. And if you can't start to visualize and have new thoughts and take up new feelings from those more positive thoughts, and then begin to take action in the life that it is that you want, I want to share with you a different approach. And it's creating one daily discipline, one new positive daily discipline. And here's the thing. I'm going to ask you to create a discipline that's no more than 10 to 20 minutes. Okay? So if you tell me that you don't have 10 to 20 minutes, I can't believe that. I can't believe it, right? Because I can just ask you to wake up 10 minutes earlier. Go to bed 10 minutes earlier, wake up 10 minutes earlier, right? Go to bed 10 minutes later. I can just ask for 10, I just need 10 minutes, right? So more than likely you can find 10 to 20 minutes in your day. So what I want though, is that I want you to choose. I'm going to give you some examples in a moment, but I want you to choose what you want this new daily discipline to be. Now, keep in mind, you are not going to associate it with any goal of yours. And this is the different part about it. And the reason we're not going to is because you may think and talk yourself out of doing this one daily discipline if you feel you're going after a specific goal, because we call that self-sabotage. Most of us self-sabotage in many areas of our life just from a subconscious and unconscious level, right? We take the inaction, we do the wrong thing, we say the wrong thing to our spouse, partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it may be, and that's to get back to a place of comfort for us, which may be being uncomfortable, not in a great place, not in a great relationship, not with a great career, not with great health, right? Like all of those things. That's our subconscious level of comfort. So what I want you to do is just choose one positive daily discipline that you choose, right? And so the biggest thing is that you are the one choosing it. Please don't allow me to choose it. Don't allow a family member or anyone else. And this is really important because it is the first act of taking more control over your life. And here's what I mean. Just you coming up with one positive daily discipline that you're going to add to your life of 10 to 20 minutes. That's it. It can even be 5 minutes. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Like if you don't know about this, choose one 5-minute activity. And I'm going to share just a one in a moment that you can absolutely choose, right? But the act of questioning, if you are able to do this, and then the thought of you being able to choose what it is and a direction that you want to take with your life already at that very moment allows you to begin to take control of your life. Well, again, I just taught this in the last module, module 5 of IHP Mastery. That's why it's fresh in my mind. But we go through the appreciative principles and we go through basically this unfolding process like in life. And it's pretty amazing because just the act of asking if or questioning whether or not or fathoming the possibility of maybe switches your level of consciousness to one of possibility. And that is all I want for you is to start with creating some space for possibility in your life. That's all I want. I don't even want you to go after the goal yet. If you're not ready for that, fine. create possibility, create space. So here are some ideas for one positive daily discipline. Okay, when you first wake up in the morning, after you brush your teeth, you're going to drink one 8 to 12 ounce glass of water. That's it. It's the only thing you're gonna do. And it might take you 2 minutes or 3 minutes, that's it. And you don't have to worry about, is it filtered water, spring water? Should I do electrolyte water? Should I add lemon, a little pinch of sea salt? Should I add daily fruit and vegetable blend? Whatever you wanna do, choose one. It can just be a glass of water. That's it. One daily discipline. I'll talk more about it in a moment. I know that might seem like a small one. Another one is, after you brush your teeth for the day, you're gonna read 10 minutes. 10 minutes, that's it. You choose the book. It can be any book you want. Could be fiction, could be nonfiction. Don't worry about that book having to lead to a goal. You're just developing one positive daily discipline, the act of reading. You know why? Because in the future, you could substitute that book for another if you chose to. Okay, so we've got reading for 10 minutes, drinking a glass of water, all possibilities. Another one, definitely a step up, but it needs to be every day, a 10 to 20 minute workout. Now, working out for an hour every day might be overkill, might be too much, but 10 minutes to 20 minutes every day, you could do that. You could do a body weight workout every single day. You could do body weight workout one day, cardio the next day, sprints the next day, however you want to do it. But it's every single day at the same exact time because you're creating a discipline. So one activity, the same time of the day, every single day. And when in doubt, if you are not already someone who makes their bed, there's been lots of books written about this. There's been a lot of literally generals, 4-star generals in the 5-star generals in the Army and armed forces talking about why do they make, I don't think cadets is the right word, but why do they make soldiers and different people make their bed? Just discipline. It is just the act of preparation, of getting ready, of creating discipline in your life. Again, I don't want to be the one to tell you what it is that you should create for your one daily discipline that lasts no more than 10 to 20 minutes, because it has to be done every single day. The reason is, and the reason why it's even better for you to come up with it, and the reason is only, I should say, and that you only want to start with one, because you might get the brain going like, oh, I'm going to do 5. No, just one. If you can do one for 2 to 3 weeks, you can add another. But we're just going to do one, and better for you to come up with it than me. And the reason is that gives you more control. You decided, right? You were the one who came up with the idea for the one discipline, and now you're going to do it. Not me. I'm not holding you accountable. You're holding you accountable. Don't even tell anybody else about it. Tell no one. You need to be the one that enables yourself to attain this first goal, which is just simply a discipline. And as you choose that one positive thing that you're going to bring into your life, and you have to take action the first day, it's going to seem awkward. It's going to seem strange. You're going to ask yourself, why am I doing this? What is the point of this? The point is what it's going to lead to. The one glass of water, that's healthy. The exercise, the workout, even making your own bed, all great healthy things. But even as ridiculous as it seems for the first few days and maybe even for the first week, after that, you're going to say, wow, I just read 10 minutes every single day over this past week. I was able to get through 100 pages over this past week. Amazing, right? Or like whatever it might be. You keep that going. I just read a book this month. When's the last time you read a book? It might have been 2 years ago, right? Maybe more. You just read a book in a month. Wow. What if you did that next month, right? What did it do? Opened up possibility. You come home at the end of the day, you see your bed made, not messy. That's a bed that is clean and made, tucked in, is the sign of a disciplined person. So now what are you becoming? You are becoming a person of discipline. You are becoming a person that when they set their mind to something, I don't care if it's small, everybody starts small, but when you set your mind to something, you go after it. You achieve it, you stick with it. Do you see what this is going to do? Is that over time, the accumulation of you every single day choosing over and over an act that you created for yourself is going to empower you. And it's going to then enable you to realize that if you can accomplish this one simple, positive discipline that you set for yourself, well, then maybe, just maybe, something else you set for yourself as well could come true. And then you can step ladder this. You can take it from the first rung to the second rung to the third rung. And every time you create that new discipline, it's going to reinforce your confidence. That confidence is going to start to shift your thoughts. As you begin to shift your thoughts, they become a little bit more empowering in nature. You're going to then have better feelings. Instead of the negative self-talk, which, don't get me wrong, still may be there, you'll say, yes, but it is possible that there may be another way. It is possible that I may be able to achieve this. It's possible that I may be able to find a plan that I can follow in someone else's footsteps, using their blueprint, having them done it before, that I might then be able to get that same result. If you can begin to see that possibility is all you need in order to take your life to the next level, you're so far ahead of the game. I would love to hear below in the comments what you are going to choose for maybe one of your daily disciplines. Share it with the community. Don't share it with anybody you live with in your home, with coworkers, anyone like that. Go about it. Have it be your thing. Continue to push forward. Develop that one daily discipline. It's going to be able to spur so many amazing thoughts, feelings, and actions in your life. Take care, everybody. I hope you have an amazing rest of the week. And as always, please let us know if we can help with anything at all. All right, take care. Thanks so much for tuning into today's show. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I want to make sure that you're getting our daily content, not missing out on anything functional medicine, wellness, weight gain, weight loss, anti-aging, living longer, stronger, and all of the most cutting-edge research. And if there's any topics you want to hear, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Take care.